Waterproofing your home can end up saving you a lot of money by avoiding those potential damages.
And here to tell us more about the difference between waterproofing and why our basements leak is system design specialist with Innovative Basements, and that's Andrew Kincaid. And Andrew, welcome on the show today.
Thank you.
I have this problem, my friend has this problem. I think a lot of people in the Fargo-Moorhead area have the problem of a leaky basement. And what can be causing that?
Well, it's a very common problem, and to kind of illustrate it, you remember when you were a kid going out in the backyard kind of digging a hole in the ground? So what happens eventually once you get that hole big enough? You start to notice a little bit of water building up in the bottom of that. And so that's basically what it is, and your home is basically the same concept where you're building a house inside of a hole in the ground. And so all of that groundwater is trying to get into the home, and we're relying on concrete or block to keep it out. And so any hairline cracks in the walls and the floors, where the floor meets the wall itself, the floor wall joint, anywhere where water can get in, it will.
And so is there a difference in whether you're doing some of this waterproofing inside versus outside your home?
There is. As far as a remedy, exterior can be a lot more of a hassle just because it's a lot more intrusive. There's more excavating. There's a lot more that goes into exterior waterproofing. Most newer homes are built with exterior waterproofing already. You know, as they excavate the hole, there's already drain tile around the house, and those systems fail just because you're putting a perforated pipe in the ground to allow water to get into it. What else gets in there? Dirt and silt, and they clog, and they no longer work. So
do you guys work on both new and older homes? I would imagine you'd have more issues with the older homes.
Surprisingly, I haven't noticed any difference between newer or older homes. Water comes in where water comes in. I've been in homes up to almost 100 years old, and one recently that was as new as 2 years old out in Bismarck.
And you want to have this work done, or have this conversation at least, before you have the damage. We were just talking in the break that it's been kind of a wet couple of weeks here, and so I'm guessing you're doing the work after the problem started.
It's typically once somebody walks downstairs and get their socks wet, it's when they give us a call.
Yeah, and so if they do give you guys a call, I mean, what is it that you're doing? Is it a wide array where you might dig up around the house, or do you mostly focus on interior fixes, or what are some of the fixes?
Well, we have a product called WaterGuard, and it's an interior solution. It doesn't sit in the dirt; it sits on the actual footer beneath the floor of the home, so it can't clog. And it's a lifetime warranty on it. It's a patented product. It's phenomenal.
Do you suggest people call you before they even have a problem?
Absolutely, because like I said, we've been in homes that are 40, 50, 60 years old, and then last year their basement started leaking. So we don't know when it's going to happen, but it's always a good idea just to have somebody take a look at it.
And if it's already been doing that, I'll just say I personally live in a 1950s Rambler in Moorhead with the block basement.
Yep.
You probably see a lot of those types of things.
Yep.
And so I don't have water standing in my basement, but you can tell through the little white marks around where the floor and the wall meet that something is getting up.
Yep.
And so what would that fix maybe look like? You know, where you're not looking at, I don't have a foot of water in my basement, but I can just tell it's kind of musty in a little bit.
Yeah, so there's a few things that we can do depending on the type of foundation that you have. But like I was talking about the WaterGuard, the interior waterproofing system that we have, we're just collecting all that water before it gets into the home and creates more issues, directing that over to a sump pump and getting that up and out of the house. And then as far as the humidity and the smells that you were talking about, we have ways of addressing that as well with air purifiers and dehumidifiers and things like that. So.
How do people get a hold of you if they have a problem how does Jordan get a hold of you after the show?
Yeah, she looks right at me.
InnovativeOnTV.com or 701-365-0097.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you guys.